Hello, hello, hello. Today, me and the wife are going to be doing a Bible study, aka just reading the Bible.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and yes, the title is right. We are starting at Exodus. The only reason why is because we have had already started, and I've reread the book of Genesis about 9 times already. Not even kidding, about 9 times. Don't particularly want to go back. We will loop around back to Genesis, but it's actually quite funny that we do start in Exodus because it's highly believed by the early church fathers that Moses is the one that wrote Genesis. So to start off with the life of Moses to then go back to Genesis, it's actually pretty funny because that's probably how it went back then. Anyway, let's get into it.
Okay.
Oh god, hold up, I gotta sneeze. Never mind. And yes, the background music is going to be from Persona 5 Royale. I don't know any other way of recording without having the game open on the PlayStation, so makes sense. We have ambiance music too. Ready, love?
I can read.
You want to read?
Mm-hmm. Exodus 17. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from their wilderness of sin, after their journeys according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses, and said, Give us water, that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses, and said, Wherefore is this, that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt, to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thine hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, and the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah, the Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, Is this the Lord among us, or not? Then came Amalek, and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us out men, and go out. Fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek and Moses. Aaron and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the side, and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar, and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. For he said, Because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
So, cool little thing about Exodus 17. This is all a premonition of Jesus. Literally the whole thing. So, do you remember Jesus' Hebrew name?
Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Mm-hmm.
And What do you think Joshua's name in Hebrew is? Yeshua. So you have Yeshua fighting down on earth on behalf of God.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus came down to earth to fight in behalf of God. Not in the way that people thought, but he still fought the Pharisees and the other traditions. Then you have on the top of the mountain, on the rock, which is supposed to be the church. Remember, Jesus told Peter, "You are the rock that I will build my church upon."
Mm-hmm.
And how many of them were there on top of the rock? It was Moses, his brother Aaron, and her. Was that the name? Her?
Her. H-U-R.
Yep, and her. So that's supposed to be the Trinity in heaven that's above the church, watching down Jesus, who is God on earth, fighting the Gentiles, as it's foretold in the prophecy of Isaiah. And then also it foretold the crucifixion, because Moses, what did it say when he was fighting, when Joshua was fighting? Moses lifted up his hands,
Mm-hmm.
and every time he dropped his hands, they would start to lose. When he would lift his hands back up, they would begin to win. So Moses' brother Aaron and her had to hold his hands up in the form of the crucifixion, so that Israel can continue to fight and win. So it's all a premonition of Jesus to come.
When do you figure that part out? Like at the end of Exodus, or?
No, it's all about just reading it and seeing the connection between the New Testament and the Old.
Oh, okay. Well, you read both the Old and New.
I'm not too good with the New Testament, but a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna read it.
I can read 18.
Mm-hmm.
Exodus 18, Jethro. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard all of... Jesus, I messed that up. Let me start again. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt, and Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, her 2 sons, of which the name of one was Gershom, for he said, "I have been an alien in a strange land." The name of the other was Eliezer, for the God of my father said he was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of God. And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law, Jethro, am come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her. Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance, and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who hath delivered you out of the hands of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. So that's how people say that, like, the plagues were a mockery of the Egyptian gods. It's literally right here, Exodus 18. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all the gods, for in the things wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrificed for God. And Aaron came and all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people. And the people stood by Moses from the morning unto the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to his people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto eve? And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of God. They have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and another, and I do make them known the statutes of God and his laws. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee. This thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken now unto my voice, I will give thee counsel. God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. Thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws. They shall show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it may be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure. And all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all of Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses. For every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and went his way into his own land. Understood?
Can you give like a little summary?
Summary?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jethro, which is Moses' father-in-law, brought up Moses' family, his wife, his kids, to go see him. Because remember, they're not Israelites. They're I don't think they were Egyptians.
Morocco.
I don't remember where they were from. I think Midianites. I think
I think you're right.
So they left their house to go see Moses in the wilderness, and they're there. They had a dinner, like all of Israel had a dinner with his family, because he's the chosen prophet of God. And the next day, when Moses' dad was going to leave, Moses was there sitting down, and like all the people of Israel were coming up to him, like with like all these different issues and like disagreements and stuff like that. And Moses was judging them based off of what God would tell him. And when his father-in-law saw that, he was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, well, they're coming to me with all their problems, so I'm judging them with God, giving them guidance." He's like, "Dude, you're gonna like wear yourself out doing this all the time. You do this every day?" He's like, "Yeah."
But there's random people that come to him?
Yeah, like literally, like all of the Israelites come to him for like every single like issue. And so Moses' father-in-law told him like, "Hey, why don't you like designate a person to judge for the whole group, and then that person delegates that to smaller groups within the people, and then delegate it smaller and smaller and smaller. But for like really big issues like murder and shit like that, they go to you. They'll lessen the load for you. It still is based off of God's judgment, because you'll be commanding them what to say and stuff, but you won't have to sit here for hours."
Yeah, but each person has their own thing.
That's why they judge amongst themselves. And then they go to Moses for like the really big issues. So Moses was like, "Oh yeah, you know what? That's actually a pretty good idea." So that's what he did. He separated them. One for the thousands. What was it? One for the thousands, one for the hundreds, and one for the 50s, and one for the 10s. And did you see at the end?
They departed.
Oh yeah, then after Moses' father-in-law saw that he was like good, he went back to his home. Mount Sinai, my favorite part.
Really?
Let's see why.
Do you want to read it for you?
Down to?
Right?
Okay, go for it.
Exodus 19 and Mount Sinai. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up to God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Everyone that's going to him, right? And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words with which the Lord commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that the Lord had spoken we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, and that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord.
Stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
See right there, and the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come to thee in a thick cloud,
Mm-hmm.
that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's a prophecy relating to the book of Daniel, where Daniel has a vision of God coming in the clouds of heaven to judge the world,
Mm-hmm.
which is exactly what Jesus says he is in the New Testament, where he says, I am the Son of Man, seated at the right hand of power, come riding the clouds of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the quote. I might have misread it, but I'll have it off the top of my head. But yeah. So that's what Daniel's referencing when he says that God will come in a thick cloud. And that's what Jesus was also referencing. He says that he is the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
Okay. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the 3rd day. For the 3rd day the Lord will come down in the sight of all people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourselves, that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death. There shall not an hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, Be ready against the 3rd day, come not as your wives. And it came to pass on the 3rd day in the morning, that there were thunders and lightnings, and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God, and they stood at the nearest part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long, and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai, on the top of the mount, and the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount. And Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also, which come near to the Lord, sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them. And Moses said unto the Lord, The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, Set bounds about the mount, and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto him, Away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron with thee, but let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto the Lord, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses went down unto the people and spake unto them.
So this is the moment that a lot of people say, you ever heard of the transfiguration of Jesus? You ever heard that term?
Mm-mm.
So, I can't remember at what point, I can't remember if it was when Jesus resurrected, or this was before his resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
He took his apostles up to Mount Hermon, I think. Took them to the top of Mount Hermon. This is how they knew he was God, because he showed them Moses and Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
And people believe that this moment, you know, how he's up in Moses right now is up in Mount Sinai, and God showed himself to him and speaking to him. That moment happened at the same exact time as Elijah's meeting with Jesus, which is for another 1,000 years after, which also happened at the same time as Jesus showing his disciples that moment. So it's like he transcended time and he spoke to all three of them at the same time, but different things. So like this is the moment that people are like, see, that's the transfiguration that Jesus talked about. And should I do a quick summary again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like got distracted halfway through. So I'm probably gonna have to reread some of it. So basically, like 3 months into them traveling in the wilderness, they got to the mountains of Sinai, or the plains of Sinai, I should say. And they were camping, and Moses went up into the mountain to like talk to God, and God came down. So God came down and was telling him basically like, let this be proof that like you guys are my like chosen people because I brought you out of Egypt, and if you heed my call, you guys will be protected under my covenant, and I'll protect you like a treasure like throughout the whole earth. You'll be like a holy nation. So Moses went back down. He talked to the elders and like everyone else. This is what God said. And everyone answered together and said, all that the Lord will speak, we do. So Moses went back and told God, oh, they're saying like, yeah, go for it. So God said, I will come to you in a thick cloud, and everyone will hear me speak with you, and believe like that I am God. So that's when he went down. God told him about like, third day, don't touch the mountain because you will die no matter who you are or what you are. Like even animals will die if they enter the mountains. So Moses tells them, hey, don't go to the mountains. It's just going to be me and Aaron. So when God comes down on the third day, he pretty much causes like a massive lightning storm, and it engulfs the entire mountain in fire, so that the smoke will cover his presence, so he's able to come down and speak to Moses directly. Remember how it said like no one can see the face of God and live? Yeah, that's why he used the smoke to obscure his...
Why is that a thing, though?
I mean, if you see God, you're probably in heaven. So that's why you can't see the face of God without dying, because you'd be dead. So yeah, when the time came, like the storm came, and they heard trumpets, which is also the reason why in the Book of Revelation trumpets are going to be sounding off during the end times, because that's a sign that God is there.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone got scared because, like, like, where the heck are these trumpets coming from? And there's lightning and smoke everywhere. So everyone was like afraid. They were like hiding out in their like tents and stuff. And Moses went up with Aaron, and they were up there for like a long. It states like they're there for like a long time. And Moses and God are just having a talk,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is when God gives Moses the Ten Commandments, which is Exodus 20. And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So that's the first commandment and the second commandment.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, or serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and show me mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's the third commandment, and a lot of people try to say, like, oh, God's not good because look, he says he's a jealous God.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't jealousy, envy a sin? It's like, yeah, but like it's what you do with that feeling that makes it a sin.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually envy is like a hateful type of jealousy,
Mm-hmm.
It's like you want to be them, you want to do everything in your way to like not allow someone else to have what you want. But God being jealous because his people aren't, like giving him attention. It's like a father, like if you start showing another man love instead of your father love, yeah, your dad's gonna be like, hey, what the heck, man?
Mm-hmm.
That's how God uses it. Fourth commandment: Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor, do all thy work. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, and thou shalt not do any work.
Wow.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thine daughter, or thine manservants, nor thy maidservants, nor thine cattle, nor thine stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in, and all that is them. What? And all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So gossiping, right there. No, no, no. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. I think covet means like to steal. Or to
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, steal, nor his.
Google that to better explain it.
Like, take. Yeah, could be that.
To yearn, to possess, or have.
Mm-hmm. To want, yeah.
Yep. So you can't like, damn, I wish his wife was my wife, or anything like that. Which, yes, even driving by someone's house and be like, damn, I wish I had that house. That is a violation of the covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people saw the thundering. Wait, is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! That's quick. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpets and the mountains smoking. When the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. They said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. They were afraid. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. The people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. Book of the Covenant, Worship and Justice. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall you make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shall burn and shall sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone, for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. Yep, those are the Ten Commandments and God's promise to the chosen people.
Exodus 21. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If this master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door unto the doorpost. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever.
Hey, stop there. So these are like additional laws to not in the Ten Commandments, these are just extra laws for the Hebrews. And a lot of people try to be like, see, he promotes slavery. But it's like, it's literally describing what a bond servant is. Do you know what a bond servant is?
Mm-mm.
So it's like, this is what happened with like medieval peasants. It's like, if they owe a debt, then they'll like go up to the person they have a debt with and be like, hey, I'll work for you to pay off this debt. And then once I pay off my debt, I will go. So this is basically what God is telling them. Like, if you get a Hebrew servant, he can only work for you for up to 6 years, and you have to set him free. You're not allowed to keep him to work more. Because remember what happened with Jacob? Isaac. Yeah, Jacob and Esau. Yeah, Jacob. Remember Jacob? He worked for his father-in-law for 7 years, and his father-in-law was like, "Oops, I gave you the wrong wife." He was like, "You gotta work for me more." So that's why he limited it to 6. The 7th year, so that coming 7th year, you can't pull any other tricks. Let him go for free. If he came in by himself, he leaves without taking anything extra with him. If he came with a wife and kids, you can't hold his wife and kids from him. He has to go. You have to let his wife and kids go with him. But if the person who's person you're the servant to hands you a wife and you have kids with them, then the master needs to stay with the wife and kids, because like he might have just had kids with that woman just for fun,
Mm-hmm.
so that's passing the time and stuff. But if he actually loves that wife that he was given, and he loves the person that he was working with, he was serving, then he goes to the person he was serving and be like, I love my kids, I love my wife, I enjoyed working with you, I want to stay working with you. And so then they have to go to a judge and finalize it. So it doesn't seem like, oh, I kept you over the time limit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay because you have a wife and kids.
Mm.
And another reason why the wife couldn't go, the one's because he could have just been like, oh, kids, but it's a woman can't be left alone to fend for themselves back then. So a man has to take care of them, so that's why I would stay with the master. Because if the servant didn't actually love them, then he wouldn't bother providing for them correctly,
Mm-hmm.
So it would be the master's responsibility to provide for the woman. All right, keep going.
And if a man sells his daughter to be a maidservant.
Verse 5.
Oh, okay. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore him his ear through with an out, and he shall serve him. Yeah, I read that. Oh, but I skipped. Yeah. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the maidservants do. If she please not her master who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation he shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money.
Alright, sorry, I gotta read that.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to Google what an all is. It's like a ceremonial piercing, so people know, he's willingly there.
Owl?
Yeah. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men's servants do. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. So unto a strange nation he shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. He hath betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her in the manner of daughters. If he took him another wife, her food, her raiment, the man shall not be. Okay, so like I said, women weren't allowed to fend for themselves back then. So if a man sells his daughter to be a maid, then she doesn't apply the same rules of staying for working for only 6 years and then leaving on the 7th, because they're not allowed to be out by themselves. Men need to provide. So she stays with the master, but if the master doesn't like either her work or her herself, he can't sell her to a foreign nation, because that would be, since dealt deceitfully with her. So he could either give her off to marry his son, which in that case he'll have to deal with her as a daughter instead of a random servant. And if he takes her as a second wife, then he has to provide her with food, clothing, and the duty of marriage. So he has to treat her like another wife. If he doesn't do any of these three things, then he has to let her go without money. So send her back to her father. Go 12.
He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee.
Okay, stop there. Continue 14, sorry, that continues.
But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor, to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death.
Okay, stop there.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that's, if a guy kills a man, he'll be put to death too.
Mm-hmm.
If a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him unto his hand, then I will appoint thee a place where he shall flee. So basically saying like, I'm confused by that part, sorry. If a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him unto his hand, then I will appoint thee a place. I'm confused by that part. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to walk it through so I can explain it a bit better. I think that's trying to say if, if someone kills someone, it doesn't wait for like someone to like come to like arrest him, then God will allow him to flee? That doesn't sound right. I'll come back to that. I'm going to go to the other ones. Man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile. Thou shalt take him from mine altar that he may die. So basically saying like if someone sees the person that's about to kill him, and they're coming at him with like hate, it's like they really want to freaking kill him, the other person is allowed to kill them and not get in trouble for it. So basically saying self-defense is okay. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely put to death. Don't kill your mom or dad. That simple. So a lot of people try to be like, oh, God said do not murder. That includes self-defense. So even if you kill someone in self-defense, you're dying in the eyes of God. No, it clearly says literally one chapter away. If you kill someone that's coming at you with malice, you can take their life without consequence. I'm going to Google verse 13. I don't understand what it's trying to say. Oh! So basically, it's saying if someone kills a man unintentionally, then God will provide a place for them to run away so that someone doesn't try to get like a revenge kill on him. So that's why I said not lie in wait, but what did it say? If a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him unto his hand, basically saying that like it was his time to die, just not that way, you know, then God will provide him a place to run away safely. All right, you want to continue with 16?
16, yeah. And he that sealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall shall surely be put to death.
Okay, stop right there. There's two different laws. That right there is talking about forced slavery. It's clearly defining in the first part of the law indentured servitude versus here, which is forced slavery. He that stealeth a man and sell him shall be put to death. What was the first one? If you buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and the 7th he shall go free. Nowhere in there does it say that God allows slavery, which is another thing that people try to say. Clearly states, he that steal a man and sell him, forced slavery, shall be put to death. And obviously, he that curses his father or his mother shall be put to death. Self-explanatory. You want to keep going at 18?
And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone, or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed.
So that right there is basically saying, like, if you try to kill someone, but they don't die, and they're able to recover from the injury, then you pay for the injury. Like, you pay for like his time lost, and make sure that he's like fully recovered. So basically, like, let's say modern times, you hit someone with a car and you think they're dead, you take them to the hospital, but they survive. You're supposed to pay for the medical bills and to make sure that he goes through like rehab recovery. That is your responsibility if you try to kill someone and fail. Go to 20.
Yep. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money.
Right, stop right there. Yeah, so basically saying like, if someone beats their servants, then he needs to be punished. But if it continues for longer, he can't be punished because he is his money. Basically saying like, he bought them, and if he kills them, then he's wasting his own money, so there's no point in punishing him further. But also says, do not murder. So if they die from him beating them, he gets put to death anyway. So it's like, a lot of people try to be like, see, God promotes beating people. It's like, no, he's not saying that it's okay to beat them. It's saying he gets punished for beating them. But if he continues and he kills them, that's on him, because he's going to die anyway. You know, so it's like, he's clearly punishing the person that beats them in the first one. But if it continues, then he's going to get put to death anyway, because he's going to eventually kill them for constantly beating them. So God's still punishing the beater. It's just, you know, it takes a longer time.
22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe.
There.
Sheesh.
So basically saying if a guy beats a woman that's pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and she has a miscarriage,
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite know what by no mischief follows. So I guess like he doesn't kill her, like he like purposely does it to like get rid of the child.
Mm-hmm.
Then the husband
beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, pretty much he's allowed to beat the shit out of him and then pay the
consequences.
Yeah, the person has to pay the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
But if any mischief follows, so basically if you kill the woman, then you shall give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Basically, you killed that child and the mother, so you gotta pay for one of those lives with your own life.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it means. I don't know what mischief means. Oh, okay. So I'm glad I looked it up. I was wrong. So basically saying if no mischief follow means like he forces her to give birth prematurely and no complications happen. Then the father gets to beat the shit out of him and pay, he pays something.
Okay.
But if mischief follows means that the baby dies, she has a miscarriage. Then the person will pay with that life with his own life. You ready?
Yeah. Jeez.
26.
If a man smite the eye of his servant or eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake.
Stop there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, what it means by that it perish means that it gets infected and he loses his eyesight. Same thing with his tooth, like if their teeth start to fall because they get an infection, because remember, no antibiotics back then, then they'd have to let him go free. That's also in conjunction to what I said before, where God says, if a beating continues for multiple days, then he shall not be punished, because if he beats them badly enough that he breaks something, or he, like it says there, he destroys their eye and it goes bad, he has to let them go for free. So that's another reason why beating their servants had no consequence. Because this is the consequence right there. You have to let them go for free if you hurt them.
If an ox gore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit.
Alright, stuff there. I just laugh because
I don't get that.
Basically saying like it's like in modern times, if your dog attacks someone and they get badly injured or die, then they have to kill the dog. They put the dog down, Basically saying if your ox or other livestock kill someone, then that animal needs to be put to death too. And his flesh shall not be eaten, so like if it's like a cow, you can't like kill the cow and then eat the flesh. Owner of the ox shall be quit. I think that usually means like he has to pay something. I think that's what that means. I just laugh at that, like the wording they use, because imagine stoning a big ass ox to death. Like that's
yeah, that's how it was like ox. Like what?
Like you know how long that's gonna freaking take? Oxes are huge. They're muscular. So sorry, it's just like the wording used was always funny to me. Just throw stones at a freaking ox. Alright, keep going. 29.
But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in time past, and it had been testified to his owner, and he had not kept him in, but that he hath killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also should be put to death. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him, whether he have bored a son or have bored a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned.
Stop there.
Mm-hmm.
Quite understand what that means, so give me a second. It's just the wording they use is really confusing. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's having someone talk about it in plain English is a lot easier. So basically, if the bull has like a history of like attacking people,
Mm-hmm.
and the owner doesn't do anything about it, then both the ox and the owner will be put to death because that's seen as like negligence on the
Mm-hmm.
farmer's part. Uh, so basically, it says after that, if there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall go give for the ransom of his life, whether it is. So basically, if someone asks, like, hey, like, you killed or you injured my wife, I demand you to give me 30. I'm just going to use the 30 shekels, it says 30 shekels of silver.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner has it, he could give the 30 shekels in exchange for his life instead of, like, getting killed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whether he have gored a son or gored a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. So, like, depending on what the injury is, they'll judge it differently.
Mm-hmm.
If the ox injures a servant, then the owner must give the master 30 shekels, and the ox will be killed. 33.
Mm-hmm. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, and not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another's, that he die, then they shall sell the live ox, and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also they shall divide. Where it be known that the ox hath used to push in time past, and his owner hath not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own.
So basically saying, if someone digs a big ass pit, and one of their livestock falls in it, gets injured or dies, then the person who made the pit needs to make it right again. So has to give them the owner of the ox money, and the dead ox, the leftover meat and the skin will go to the owner. And if a man's ox hurt another's that he died, then they shall set the live one. Okay, so if someone's ox kills another person's ox, then the owner of the live ox needs to give it to the owner of the dead ox, and the owner of the dead ox he has to sell it to him, and they divide the money between each other. So basically, if I sell it for 15 shekels, I give you 15, I get 15, and the dead ox will split the meat and the fur equally among each other too.
Mm.
But if it known that the ox hath used to push in time past, his owner shall not keep him in. So basically, if the ox fell in before, didn't die, didn't get injured, and the person, like it keeps happening, like ox keeps falling in the same exact hole,
Mm-hmm.
then the person who but the person like doesn't keep the ox away from the freaking hole. What's that, Andre? Then he will need to pay for the ox, and the owner gets to keep his dead ox. It's a lot of weird ass laws for a bunch of random livestock, but you know that was money back then. What do you want, you monkey? Persona. Like and subscribe, share and follow. You want me to read 22? There's more laws. Exodus 22. If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 ox for 1 ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. Self-explanatory. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. So basically, if a thief comes into your house and is caught in the act of stealing, you can kill them. Stand your ground, laws. See, it's biblical. It's freaking New Jersey. I hate the state. If the sun be risen up upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double. So basically saying, like, if he's caught in broad daylight, literally in broad daylight, then you can shed blood. So basically, like, you couldn't, like, cut him or something. And he needs to pay back what he stole. If he has nothing, then he gets sold into servitude. And if he's still found alive in the act of stealing it, then he needs to restore double of what he steals. So if he steals 1 ox, he gives back 2. If he steals 2 oxes, he brings back 4. That could get expensive really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the best of his own field and the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. So basically, if your sheep gets into another man's freaking cabbage patch, then you gotta give him your best cabbage in return. Basically, just pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
If you destroy another person's property, just pay it back. If fire break out and catch it thorns, so that the stacks of corn or the standing corn or the field be consumed therein, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. If you cause a fire to happen and it destroys someone's property, you pay back the property.
Mm-hmm.
If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the theft be found, let him pay double. So if I were to so if I gave Andre like $30 for something he has in his house, he hasn't used it yet, and a thief comes and steals that $30, that thief has to pay Andre $30, he has to pay me $30. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. So basically, if there's no thief to be found, then the owner of the house that it was quote unquote stolen from needs to be judged to see if he didn't like take the money himself and use it. For all manners of trespass, whether it be for ox, ass, sheep, or raiment, or for any manner of lost thing which another challengeth to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn. He shall pay double unto his neighbor. So basically, like, you stole my sandal! And you're like, nuh-uh, I didn't steal your sandal. Then they both have to go in front of a judge, and whoever they find guilty needs to pay double. So even if I was like, you stole my sandal, but I'm convicted for being guilty, I gotta pay you a second sandal. It's bullshit, man. No, I'm kidding. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox, or a sheep, or any beast to keep, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, you may see, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he hath not put his hands unto his neighbor's goods. The owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. So that's like if I brought a dog over to your house and it dies. And I'm like, yo, man, I swear, like, it died of natural causes. I swear to God. Like, literally, it says, shall be an oath of the Lord be both between them. So I swear to God, man, I didn't kill it. Then, like, you guys can discuss amongst yourselves how y'all want to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was shown to be stolen, then they need to make restitution for it. And if it's torn in pieces, so basically, let's say my dog killed your cat, then I need to bring your torn up cat as a witness.
That sounds terrible.
See what he did? He did this! If a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not good with it, he shall surely make it good. If the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be a higher thing, it came for his hire. So basically saying, like, I'm like, hey, I need help putting this on the top shelf. I need your ox to stand on. And I go take, you're like, yeah, sure, here. So I take your ox, and I stand on it, and I break its back. I have to, like, pay you back for, like, destroying your ox's back, because I'm fat as fuck, But if the owner is with the ox, he's like, oh yeah, sure, here. He's like leading the ox, and he like holds the ox still so that you could stand on top of it. So I could stand on top of it, and I break its back. Then that's on the owner because he's using it as hired help.
Yeah.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. your father utterly refuses to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. So basically, it's saying like, if a man seduces a woman and they sleep together, and she's not a wife, then you have to take her as the wife. And if her father utterly refuses to give her unto him, he shall pay him money according to the dowry of virgins. So basically, if the dad's like, no, absolutely not, you will not take my daughter as a wife, then the dude has to pay the father according to the dowry of virgins. I don't know what that is. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Self-explanatory. Witch hunts! Salem trials. Whosoever liveth with a beast shall surely be put to death.
What the heck do they mean by that?
Oh, lieth, not liveth. Sorry.
No,
If you sleep, if you fuck an animal,
that's cool.
you will die. Obviously. He that sacrifices unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. That goes back to the first commandment, I am the Lord your God, you shall have no other gods before me. So if you sacrifice to another god, you will die. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Can't be racist. Don't be racist. It's a commandment. Are you racist, my love?
No.
Okay, good. I am.
Stop.
Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. I hope that got picked up.
That's me, fatherless child.
If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the
Oh
sword.
my god.
And your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
Oh my god.
So yeah, if you make fun of an orphan, God will kill them. How many people made fun of you as a kid that you just killed right now? A lot. You killed some people. You hear that? God killed some people for you. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer, neither shalt thou lay him upon him usury. If thou wilt take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only, it is his raiment for his skin. Wherein shall he sleep? And it shall come to pass, when he crieth upon me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. I don't understand. I don't know what an usurer is. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, so basically, wow, it even goes against banks. God knows his stuff. So it's basically saying don't lend money to someone who is poor that you know can't pay off the debt. And yeah, and you can't give them a high interest rate out of like malice. Yep. Wow, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that against the banks. I'm like, that goes against my religion. And if they're like, what?
Yeah.
I'll just show them Exodus 25. Like, I'm too poor. You should have never given me that money in the first place, and now I can't pay it off. And now you're giving me too much interest rate. So now I don't have to pay it off. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by the time the sun goes down. So basically saying if you try to take like someone's clothing as like payment, you gotta give it back to them by the time the sun goes down because that's his only covering. And it says that is his raiment for your skin. Where shall he sleep? And it shall come to pass when he cries, I will hear, for I am gracious. 20. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Self-explanatory. Do not like praise other gods, and don't curse the ruler of your people. Talks about precedents. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors. The firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thine sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam, and the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. So that's where they get, like, you have to wait 8 days to circumcise your child. That's where it comes from. Ye shall be holy men unto me, neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. Don't eat roadkill, people. You tired? Alright, so shall we end it here then? We read, what is that, 4 chapters?
Something like that, yeah.
4 chapters. How are we doing on time here? An hour and 16? That's not bad. Yeah, I am a slow reader, so that's not surprising at all to me.
No, it's good. Actually, you gave a summary of each chapter.
Try to give it an understanding, a little extra background for the things. Alright, people, the wife is tired. It is getting late. We have work in the morning. We are going to end it here. So I might add to the description, or not the description, the title, chapters 19 to 22. I didn't add the chapters beforehand because I didn't want to end up either going short or over, and it being like, oh, what the fuck, man, you lied. So I'll add the chapters that we did afterwards. Anyway, thank you for showing up. We might do this more often because we want to keep reading the Bible.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Oh, shit.